one of the plan, a part of the plan, and this is called the Illuminati Master Plan, the One World Order Master Plan, was to set up, about 100 years before, subtle contact. That's when the channeling movement started. Subtle contact with their races. Their races, meaning the hybrid races, who don't have human souls incarnate in them, but who have either Anunnaki or Draconian souls incarnate in them. The interesting thing is, we've all been taught, since our memory was erased, that we're only one race. We have bodies that are very similar, and because of what's been done to the DNA, right now our DNA appears to be the same, because certain portions of the DNA are repressed in both races, so the similarities show, but the differences don't. About 100 years ago, the channeling movement actually got its seeds planted, because it was time. That's when the Anunnaki started to connect with some of their hybrids. Their hybrids don't know they're hybrids. They don't. They think they're just human like anybody else. They don't know what human is either. You know? The hybrid people are not bad people. It's not that they're, bad fallen angelic people. They're just people who lost their memory too. And the reason they lost their memory is they were trying to rebel against and get away from the fallen angelic collectives in Atlantis. That was part of the reason. They had their hybrids that were saying, well, we're starting to grow and understand that the ways you're doing things and dominion and killing other life forms and things, that's wrong. We don't want to be part of your collective anymore. They were going into what was called the Emerald Covenant Christos contract. And that meant that the fallen angelics' hold on the planet was getting less and less. If they lost their hybrid races, they would have a very hard time coming in directly, because most of them can't live physically on this planet because of their own biologies. So we have a situation right now where there has progressively, for 100 years, been an invasion, a very quiet, subtle invasion. The plan for the invasion was created in 9560 BC. It was formalized then. It's been there for a long time, but that's when it got formalized, when a whole group of Anunnaki races are races that were created by what is called the fallen Anu Elohim. Okay, you have Elohai and Elohim. There are two different. The Elohai Elohim are the founders' races, one set of founders' races. The Anu Elohim are ones that were fallen angelics. They chose to sever their connection to Source, and they started to create dominion agendas and literally started to feed off the rest of the time matrix. So when I talk about Anunnaki, I'm talking about the children of the fallen Anu Elohim. Just like when I talk about humans, I'm talking about the children of the Elohai that came in here as the guardians. There are numerous different groups of Anunnaki. Many of them don't like each other. They've been warring with each other as much as they've been warring with humans or anything else. But in 9560 BC, there was agreement made by several competing groups. They're called the Pleiadian Nibiruan Anunnaki. That means some of them are from the Pleiades star system. Some of them are from a planet called Nibiru, which used to be our 12th planet until they hijacked its orbit, and now it only circulates in here every 3,600 and some years. With the Luciferian Covenant agreement, it was a step-by-step plan to, first of all, level the playing field, which they did during the Atlantean flood period. In 9558 BC, they used a technology called APIN systems. APIN is a physical technology. It's called the Atlantean Pylon Implant Network System. Imagine microchips. Okay, imagine microchips that operate through particularly selenite types of quartz. You know how we use quartz in radios and different things? It's a mineral. It has some certain properties as far as electrical transmission and transduction goes. There's an advanced technology that utilizes what would be considered very advanced microchip technology that can be used on a planetary level, where literally grids were laid out all across the planet. The planet was mapped, and it was mapped from above, from spaceships. I mean, they weren't, they were foot soldiers like we have been down here. We weren't then either. There were these grids put in to the planet that would receive remote frequency transmissions from other planetary systems. They could be used for good things, or they could be used for horrible things. And in Atlantis, they were used for horrible things. They were used, these APIN systems, were used by the Anunnaki and several other competing groups to literally reverse the natural electromagnetic balances of Earth's magnetic fields, which totally messed up the DNA of humans. Now, once that was done, you had a bunch of what used to be angelic humans and a lesser amount of hybrid Illuminati races that really just wanted to be good guys. All of a sudden, they're all running around not knowing who they are, having mutations in their brainwaves. Their brainwaves aren't working the same way. Their hormones were not working the same way. What used to be an 800-year lifespan went down to about 100 because of these electromagnetic changes that were made to happen on the planet because of these advanced technologies. Now, these technologies are not just something that